Oh, nah, nah. Oh, nah, nah, nah. Oh my gosh. Hey, what up, DB? What up? Listen to this headline. All right. I need you to hear this headline, DB. In a recent I'm sorry, this is a recipe. Recipe correction. In a recipe for salsa published recently, one of the ingredients was misstated due to an error. The correction, the correct ingredient is 2 teaspoons of cilantro instead of T2. Sorry. The correct ingredient is 2 teaspoons of cilantro instead of 2 teaspoons of cement.
Yeah, correct that.
Who was putting in cement?
Semen. That's
It's kind of
it was
heavy.
different.
It's kind of heavy. It's kind of thick.
I don't know if I'm gonna eat that.
Mm-mm.
My teeth.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh, nah, nah, nah. Dion lying about that couch that's leaving. What? Leaving upon being caught was hilarious. What? Dion lying about that couch. Yeah, I never watched it. I didn't look like an idiot. All right, you caught me, Juan. You caught me, Juan. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it at all. Yeah, you caught me, man. I didn't watch it. I just dove right in and just didn't see the. I didn't see the note. Yeah, I didn't see the note.
What are you talking about?
So on Daddy Issues, I was caught lying. Remember the couch that
Oh,
gave me scabies,
that horrible thing.
and I never washed it, and I just dove right into it. Just dove right into it. I never. By then, it was already harboring in my skin.
You tried to lie and say you cleaned.
Yeah, I said I cleaned it first. I cleaned it first. Yeah, I didn't. I didn't because he was like, "How do you not see the note that was in there?" Spicy original one. You tried to fight and keep the lie going. Then asked about the sign again with all of. That was a good exit, man. That was a phenomenal exit. That's how you get out of there.
I'm on it.
Mm-hmm. You good? The greatest ever. Yeah, that's how you leave up out of there. Boom. Oh, you saw it too? So that day I had an audition. That's why I actually left. I wasn't embarrassed. I really had an audition and I was already cutting it close. So I was like, yeah, I'm out of here. I don't need to fight this no more. I was getting jumped. These niggas are detectives. Just enjoy the story, man. Just enjoy the story. It was a great cliffhanger. I didn't watch it. When you're in the wrong, you gotta figure out a way to get out of there. I say, yeah, I think I can just say I watched it. Cause they're gonna say, why didn't your dumb ass watch it? I did. It still got me.
Mm-hmm. You just gotta listen. You can catch somebody in a lie. Like they think that made sense.
Hey, Juan, I'm glad you said this because we're playing two truths and a lie today. Me and Twiller are looking up headlines of the world, and you guys have to guess which one is a headline, a real headline, and which one is a lie. So it can be two truths, two things that actually happened, and one we created that is a lie.
I feel like in this 2025, you'll never know.
You'll never know.
Never
That's the
know.
fun part. That's the fun
These
part.
headlines are wild.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You want me to go first? You want to go first?
We just jumping in.
Yep.
Okay.
You dive right in. It's again. We can go until you run out. Hold on, I got you up front. Hold on. You all tangled up.
All tangled up with no place to go. All right.
Yeah.
I feel like I wasn't engaged with you all.
No, I got it. That's why we got co-stars.
Love it.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that was. Sorry. I didn't know you were using this. I was gonna put it in my hair. My bad. That was me.
No, you can use it.
No, I'm good.
No, it's
No.
no.
Let's not touch it. No.
It's not doing anything. You just unplugged it. It's just ironic.
Isn't it ironic?
All right, folks. For those who just came in here, this is a new fun episode of Baldie Locs.
Baldie Locs.
We are going to play two truths and a lie. All right, these are going to be headlines that are in the news. Two truths is going to be two real headlines, and then one headline that we created. All right, me and Twilla. All right, you want to go first, Wills?
I want you to go first, right?
You want me to go first?
Yes.
Okay. All right. First headline: Police received a report of a newborn infant found in a trash can. Upon investigation, officers discovered it was a burrito.
Stop it.
That's one.
How?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's one. Second one: Florida woman sells her baby boy to a buyer and then reported that they kidnapped him. Let me say it again. Florida woman sells her baby boy to a buyer and then reported that they kidnapped him.
Okay.
All right. Third one. 91-year-old man finds out he's been dropping all his mail in the dog poop box for the past 2 years.
Oh, these are good. These are good. The lie.
What's the lie?
Which one's the lie? So
what do y'all think first? But you can kind of go over
okay.
it.
So we had the baby in a trash can that was actually a burrito.
Mm-hmm.
We had woman sells baby and reports baby kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
And we had man drops mail in dog poop.
Dog poop box. Wonder why none of this bill's getting paid.
I'm going to go with the first one as a lie.
The first one is not a lie.
Dang it. What are people saying? Anybody saying?
Kai says the dog poop one is fake.
Okay. They're all really good. Which one?
T. Gibbs says the last one is the lie.
It's just so good.
91-year-old man finds out he's been dropping all his mail in the dog poop box for the past 2 years. That is not a lie. That is true.
So the one about the Florida woman.
The Florida woman who sells her baby to a buyer and then reported it was kidnapping is fake.
Wow. You can put Florida in front of anything wild. So that was good.
Did that.
That was good.
Yeah, I believe that was crazy. What you got?
Because you said Florida.
Yep.
Okay. My articles are as follows. A woman drowned her dog in an airport bathroom after being denied boarding, police say.
That's one.
That's one. Sesame Street cuts iconic characters to secure federal funding under Trump administration. J.D. Vance declares victory. And the last one, Florida Man Games return for round 2 as teams vie to be the world's worst superhero.
Say the last one again.
Florida Man Games return for round 2 as teams vie to be the worst superheroes.
I have no idea what that means. Florida Man, what?
Games. It's
a game.
It's an event called the Florida Man Games. Return for round 2 as they vie to be the world's worst superhero.
All right. Since you said that was such details, I'm gonna go with the first one being fake.
What say you all?
I said the first one. Spicy Richard said Sesame Street was the fake one.
Okay. Anybody else? Sesame Street was the fake one.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. The woman really did drown her dog in an airport bathroom.
Why?
Because they denied her boarding. She didn't have the proper paperwork. And so she took her little dog to the bathroom and drowned it and threw it in the trash can.
Oh. That makes sense. It had to be a.
It was a 9-year-old dog. She had this dog for a minute.
She had to go on this plane. I'll just let the dog go and just find out to get it back somewhere else.
Right.
Like, just let it go.
Like, why'd you kill it?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then left all her stuff in the trash can with like the name tag and
evidence, all the evidence.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
That's wild.
Here we go. Woman sues HBO's Game of Thrones for giving her weekly anxiety and PTSD. Drunk, that's one. Drunk woman steals a ferry and screams, "I'm Jack Sparrow" the entire time. An Oak Hill couple discovers a thief in their home Saturday after the man told a joke and heard a laugh upstairs.
That has to be fake. Ain't no way.
I'm gonna say it again. A Oak Hill couple discovers a thief in their home Saturday after the man told a joke to his wife and they heard a laugh upstairs. So the two guys walk into the bar. I said, "Who eats Skittles?"
That's funny. That's funny.
Kai said Jack Sparrow. Which one you think?
Yo, dude didn't laugh. He couldn't have laughed. I'm going with that one.
You going with that one?
Yeah.
Spicy, what you going?
These are crazy.
I
was with Jack Sparrow until the last one.
Well, joke had to be fired. No. So folks, unfortunately, you guys are all wrong.
Really?
The first one was the one I created. Woman sues HBO's Game of Thrones to give him weekly anxiety and PTSD. That was fake. That's good writing from Dion Lack.
That's really good. Okay. My turn.
My turn.
Let's see. Republican congressman suggests some children receiving free school lunches should work at McDonald's instead. That's Article 1. Savage. Article 2. Maryland woman discovers she's accidentally been declared dead while trying to renew her driver's license.
You're dead, man.
What? Scientists discover woolly mammoth frozen in Siberian permafrost. hope to revive and study ancient species.
All right. Give me the first one again.
Republican congressman suggests some children receiving free school lunches should work at McDonald's instead.
I kind of feel like I've heard this one before. Yeah, I kind of feel like I've heard this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then give me the second one again.
The second one is Maryland woman discovered she's accidentally been declared dead while trying to renew her driver's license.
Yep. And give me the other one.
The last one.
Mm-hmm.
Scientists discover woolly mammoth frozen in Siberian permafrost. Hope to revive and study ancient species.
Okay, just me knowing you, I know you're very smart, but you would never write the word permafrost down. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with DC woman going to the DMV.
It's a Maryland woman.
Is it Maryland, DC? Come on, man. Finds out that she's dead. That's what I'm going with.
That's what you're going with. I think that's what the majority, except for Kai, is going with. And don't ever sleep on my ability to use the word permafrost in a sentence.
You did that?
I did that.
Woo!
And I chose it specifically because I know that's the only time in the epoch.
Come on!
Woolly mammoth. I couldn't have said dinosaur because that wouldn't have matched.
Yeah.
The Ice Age, the permafrost in Siberia. Thank you very much.
Come on, Twills. All right, you had the poker face too. She said, think.
Yeah, no, homegirl was really declared dead.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Oh, boy.
That's good. Good job, Twillo.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Man pushes his girlfriend in oncoming traffic in front of a group of police officers. Got it?
Yep, that's fine.
A bicyclist who was yelling racial slurs around the neighborhood was stopped by the police. The bicyclist reported that he was just looking for his dog, Snickers. His dog named Snickers. Snickers! Snickers! And lastly, terrified neighbors calls police to domestic dispute, but finds it's just a man alone screaming, trying to find a spider.
That would have been you.
Neighbors reported a domestic dispute. Just turned out there was just a man trying to find a spider.
Yeah, this was you, huh? The neighbor called. Okay, so again.
You do it again?
Yeah, the first one was the boyfriend pushing girlfriend into oncoming traffic in front of police.
Yes.
Dark. Mm-hmm. The second one was
a bicyclist.
Who was
yelling racial slurs around the neighborhood and was stopped by police officers. Mm-hmm. The bicyclist reported he was just looking for his dog named Snickers.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to have to go. You're good at this, sir. I'm gonna go with the bicyclist looking for his dog Snickers.
That's the fake one.
That's the fake one.
That's the fake headline.
That is?
That's what you asked me?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what you're telling me.
That's what I'm telling you.
What does the people think?
What do the people think?
What does the people think? Which one is the fake headline? She's talking about your epoch. What's up, Moyo? You said, so you want to go with yours? You said,
that's a Snickers.
Snickers. Well, unfortunately, Snickers was not the fake headline.
So what was the last one?
No.
Stop it.
The fake one was man pushes his girlfriend in oncoming traffic.
It was just so dark. I didn't think he would go there.
I was just thinking the irony of doing it from the police officers. That was the fake one.
Wow.
That was the fake one.
Wow. Okay. Good job.
Mm,
Good job. All right. Colorado woman killed by more than 50 dogs owned by her daughter.
Wait. Colorado woman was mauled.
Killed.
Mauled.
I said what I said.
Okay.
I wasn't there when it happened. Colorado woman killed by some of.
Rabid.
The story is not funny. Colorado woman killed by some of the more than 50 dogs owned by her daughter. Aliens are real, and there's a cover-up that a new documentary aims to prove. And Usha Vance sparks conservative outrage after praising 4B movement, urging women to reject marriage and motherhood.
Usher what?
Usha Vance, second one. Second.
Usher Vance?
JD Vance's wife is named Usha.
Oh.
USHA.
I thought you said
Usher.
Usher Vans. I was like, Usher got Vans? Got Usher Bucks and Usher Vans. Okay, now that I heard what you said, I need you to say it different. Because I immediately thought, like, what Usher Vans? Like his shoes or actual like vehicle vans?
Usha Vance. Usha Vance.
Usher.
Sparks conservative outrage after praising 4B movement, urging women to reject marriage and motherhood.
I ain't gonna hold you. I have no idea what any of that means. 4B movement.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like an AI version of a bowel movement.
Ew.
So I'm gonna skip past that. That sounds too smart for me. I'm gonna go with the dogs. The dogs is fake.
The dogs are fake.
The woman who got mauled
Mm-hmm.
by her children's dogs is fake.
I'm trying to see what else.
T. Gibbs say 2.
Okay. All are wrong.
Oh.
Colorado woman was definitely killed by her dog. Her daughter had like over 54 dogs and like 7 birds and all undernourished.
Gotta have the birds in there.
Yeah. And
what did the mom do? She just kind of fell into like the cage.
She was just. They said she was found. She had dementia.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And then what's the other one y'all said? 2.
No, you said.
No, I'm saying what everybody said. Which one was fake? You said the last one was fake. The fake one was about Usher Vance.
See,
I know how to flip.
Here's the thing. You're doing stories that's not exciting. You're doing fake stories that's like.
Mm-hmm. That's how you don't know which one is fake. I choose. You should see.
So I could just be like, micro personalized.
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
What?
Are you telling me the right way to do fake? 2 truths and a lie?
No. We want to choose headlines that sounds funny, exciting, unbelievable. You doing stuff that's like, this sounds like science.
And the fact that you just blew past it, you were like, I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. I can't even determine if it sounds exciting
exactly
or not.
what it means. The 4B movement is when women reject marriage and motherhood and sex.
4B movement?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, say the headline again so I can just try to dissect it.
Usha Vance sparks conservative outrage after praising 4B movement, urging women to reject marriage and motherhood.
I still don't understand that.
That's okay.
Just tell me in normal terms what she's trying to do.
So
it just sounds too complicated.
The 4B movement is what sparked shortly
saying it right
after, hold
again.
on, after Donald Trump won, women were like, we're going to stop having sex. We're not going to be women, like men are voting for rapists. And this is how we get our voice across. So saying Usher Vance supports that is very anti-conservative.
If I was Cadence, I need for you to just say, guess what's happening in the news right now?
But you're not.
Help me. Because you just said it again as a synonym.
I explained what the movement was. Do you understand what the movement is?
Hey, Cadence.
Hey.
Guess what happened?
Call Cadence now. I'll say the same exact thing and you'll understand it.
I'm so confused. Let's say it like this. You know they're trying to reverse the
movement.
Hey man.
The 4B
just
movement. Just
because you said it louder.
You've got 4 apples. You remember the movie with Nick Cannon?
Yeah.
And the women were trying to get the men to stop being violent.
Yeah.
What they do? They stopped sleeping with them, right? And so basically it's this movement that says if you don't value women, I'm gonna stop sleeping with you.
And it's called 4B.
4B. Because it starting in Korea, and B is like short for saying no. So it's like the no movement. We're not doing this.
Okay, gotcha.
And then from there, which is very against the current administration. They want people to just have babies and go back into traditionalism and stuff. So for Usher Vance to say, I like this movement, would be a very controversial thing.
Yeah, that's a lot. You gave me a lot of variables. Well. You did a great job.
Thank you.
You gave me like the Pythagorean theorem. I didn't know what direction to go. I was like, should I go with the parentheses first? Should I focus on the variables? I was like, this is a lot. Let me just kind of dismiss this. This is too much to think right now. I was like, this is addition, math, multiplication, divisions. I think it's a pioneer.
Like I had, when I created the headlines, I kind of had like stories to go with it. Like, but you know, like your headline can't have everything in it. So for like the first one, for like the Sesame Street story, it was like the idea of them being like, in my head, I was like, what if they were like, Bert and Ernie have to go because
you want to add a little bit more?
Yeah, like, but it's just kind of like the idea, like we're getting rid of DEI and anything that's so like Bert, Ernie. We'll continue to fund Sesame Street, but there will be no Bert, Ernie, or Big Bird in this whole thing. But I was like, I can't say all that.
You know, Bert and Ernie is gay.
I know, that's why they get rid of them.
Got you. That's what you did. That's why you did that. Mm-hmm. Okay. You ready for my next one?
Yeah, I got no more. That's my last.
Okay.
So let's go.
New Jersey teacher accused of assaulting her TA for eating her bag of Funyuns.
Not the Funyuns. Anything else.
Next one. Belgian man discovers wife of 19 years was born a man. Florida couple arrested for selling tickets to heaven.
That one's a real article. I believe that's real. I know there was a pastor that did that too. Maybe I'm confused.
Which one is the lie?
What was the first one again?
New Jersey teacher accused of assaulting her TA for eating her bag of Funyuns.
You said Jersey.
New Jersey teacher accused of assaulting her TA for eating her bag of Funyuns. Next one. Belgian man discovers wife of 19 years was born a man. Apparently they didn't have sex in the vagina.
I'm like, that's a very good job.
And lastly, Florida couple arrested for selling tickets to heaven.
I'm going to go with number 2.
Number 2.
The Belgian guy.
Mm-hmm. That's what you're going with.
That's what I'm going with.
All right.
Because ain't no way. 19 years?
19 years, homie. Moyo said Belgian is cap. Yeah, Moyo remembers the ticket to heaven. So you gonna go with Belgian, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Going once, going twice. Anybody else? Anybody else got any answers?
He's gonna leave us in suspense.
Well, here we go. The fake answer is the New Jersey woman.
Stop.
The New Jersey woman who insulted her TA for eating the
Yeah, that just felt so real. That felt so real. It's right up there with Eve. Who drank my apple juice? Like,
yeah, I originally had choked. Then I actually said superintendent. I was like, that's too, like, why is the superintendent in the class?
especially if the TA been getting on your nerves,
Yeah.
and the kids acting up,
Yeah.
and then all I needed was a break to go get my Funyuns, and my Funyuns was gone. Oh, we scrapped.
Funyuns is such a fun bag.
I write my name all over my food when I put it in the fridge at work. Don't
people actually eat your food at work?
They haven't, because I put my name all over it at work.
Okay.
Don't do it. Don't try me.
All right, next one.
Okay.
All right. Manchester man draws penises around potholes so the city will fix them.
That's smart. You should start doing that here.
Another headline.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta dentist installed veneers and then removed them immediately when patient couldn't pay.
I got questions about the logistics.
He's got a little tiny little.
Like, because I'm like, after the procedure was done,
you sit your ass right back down, close the door.
I went up front to pay. Actually, I can't afford this. See you later. You can't make me sit down.
It just happened in the news with the girl with the hair. You seen that one?
Yeah, I saw that when that girl does that. Oof.
Yep.
Oof, don't make me mad.
And then
Charges are being pressed against it. Yeah.
And then the last one is that's no unicorn. It's a donkey with a dildo on its head.
No, what?
That's not a unicorn. It's a donkey with a dildo on its head.
That's just the statement. That's not a headline.
The headline. Which one is fake? Manchester man draws penises around the potholes.
That feels real. I feel like I read this.
So the city will fix them. So he probably did in school neighborhoods. They're like, hey man, hey, you better fix it. If you coming in here to fix it, you might as well go ahead and fill it up with cement.
Trying to get these roads proper.
Proper fix.
Go.
A proper fixing. And Atlanta dentist installed veneers and removed them when patient couldn't pay them.
Like, did he bring the credit card portal to the chair when the mouth was still open? Like, okay, before we finish.
No, I think it was probably like, hold them down. It's like, hey, close the door. Nah, man, nah.
He tried to run the insurance and it didn't work. Like, I got so many questions.
Because, it could have been a mouthpiece.
Uh-huh.
They could just like hold him down. We're going to have to pull him out and just have the little things like.
But unless the headline is just more like dramatic. Like if he was like, all right, well, you can't do it. I got to take him out. Come on. Like that type of thing. Like, it's like, oh, your card isn't.
Yeah.
My man got to come on if you can't do it.
It could have been like a pre-thing. Like, hey, man, your credit card didn't go through. We'll figure it out. We're figuring it out right now.
Right.
It's coming out. That's what we're going to figure out.
Did he have any teeth left in his mouth? Any teeth left in his mouth?
I didn't look it up. I just seen the headline.
Got something, or did you see the headline?
Yes. What? Oh, nice.
Nice.
I
don't know. Let's
Read it again.
What's the last one? The third one, because that is not a headline.
That's no unicorn. It's a donkey with a dildo on it.
That's a punchline at the Comedy Store. That is not a headline. I said what I said.
Which one?
I said what I said.
Which one is the fake one?
The last one, that's not a headline, that's a punchline.
It's a headline. It's real.
What was it about? I need context.
Actually.
So number 2 was fake. Mom's furry at a birthday treat fiasco. What paper was this in?
It's at a birthday party.
That's funny.
They had tried to give.
That's funny. How can we make this
donkey into it? But my son wanted a unicorn at this birthday party.
And so you put a dildo on it, Ted?
That's not a unicorn. That's a damn donkey with a dildo on it.
I hate that that's real. Oh, I hate it so much. I hate it. So the second one. The Atlanta dentist.
That is fake, yeah.
Okay.
Here's the other one too. The other one.
I've been posting my letters in the dog poop box for 2 years. Y'all.
So the fake one is the Atlanta one, y'all. Fake one was the Atlanta one. Tula just cheated. She looked at my paper, but she.
Yes, I can get the rest of them. No.
Yeah. All right. Last one. Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
All right. Guy who says God sends natural disasters to punish gay people. His house was destroyed in a natural disaster. Well, woman accidentally joined the same cult her and her sister. Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. Woman accidentally joins the same cult her and her sister escaped from 10 years. Got her.
I knew you'd do that.
You couldn't live with your own failure. Guess what that leads you?
Oh, that's horrible.
Back to me.
That is horrible. Oh, I shouldn't laugh that hard.
Oh boy, because accidentally joins the same.
She thought they changed names. They rebranded. It was a different person that recruited her, and she got those the same people.
Got your ass.
The leader was still there.
She said, "Ain't this something?" Wait a second. After all the therapy I've been in, after all the therapy.
Oh Jesus.
Oh boy. All right.
You got a furlough.
Hey, welcome back. He just came in with his mustache on, like, hey, Cheryl. Is that your name, Cheryl? Ah, that's my God told me your name was Cheryl. All right, and lastly, boy awakes from a coma addicted to cheese and can't stop swearing.
What was the first one?
First one was guy who says God sends natural disasters to punish gay people. His home was destroyed in a natural disaster.
Yeah, I am done. I got nothing. Homegirl did not join the same.
The other woman accidentally joins the same cult.
No.
Her and her sister escaped from 10 years ago. She said, "This is the one, girl. I'm telling you, this church right here is life changing." He reminds me.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Yo.
This is second AME. We left first. Y'all weren't even clever enough to change the entire name. Y'all just went one number down.
Oh, you know how our church at one point like had like a whole different name.
Yeah.
And so when you do tithes, like it's that name right there. You're like, what church is this? Same thing happened. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Y'all help me. I have no.
Lastly, boy awakes from coma, addicted to cheese, and can't stop cussing.
Yeah, people have crazy coma stories. I believe that one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flow with Moyo and say the first one.
First one, guy who says God sends natural disasters to punish gay people has his home destroyed in a natural disaster. That's what you can go with?
I'm gonna go with Moyo. Yeah.
That is true.
Good job.
What else you got?
Bruh.
50-50 now.
The cult. That is comedy.
That's fake.
That's fake.
That is fake.
Okay. Whew, that is hilarious.
Boy wakes from coma, addicted to cheese and square.
Yeah. And that one is because people wake up from comas speaking different languages or having accents they never like to places they've never been before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is about like whatever triggers your brain.
Yeah.
Just imagine all of a sudden, like you have a coma, you wake up and you can speak Japanese.
That's crazy.
That's like what?
Yeah, it's another one that you can believe.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
And then what I just saw.
The sticker's hilarious. Hilarious.
This is one that I have loosely based it off of.
Oh, I've seen that article before.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
So this one, so the one I created, woman accidentally joins the same cult. It was based off of woman accidentally joins search party looking for herself.
That's funny. That's fun. We should do those again.
Yay!
Took me out.
Here's the other one here.
Yeah, I've seen that one for sure.
Man draws penises around potholes.
Oh, well, I guess you gotta fix it.
The other one, the burglar. That accent was hilarious. What accent we do?
Listen, my accents are trash.
Man.
The British one.
I had this one in here, but it sounds silly. You really got that one.
A cow photobombing a horse stuck in a fence.
Hey!
Oh, that's funny. Guy who says God sends natural disasters to punish gays has his home destroyed in a natural disaster.
How do you get out of that?
No. I didn't say every time. I didn't say every time a home is destroyed is because I'm just saying.
At that point, you gotta be like, I'm gay. You gotta be like, oh no, yeah. I'm gay.
Yo. These are just a testament to how funny you actually are. And I want to give a shout out. I don't know if y'all know, Dion's been back on his comedy-ish. He's been doing stand-up, and I'm very proud of you, friend. Very proud of you.
Thank you.
I've seen a few of your shows.
Yes.
I went to the one last night, I believe it was Gumbo and Friends, at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
The dude killed.
Hey, man.
Killed.
Hey. Thank you, man.
I was sitting here like cheesing like a proud parent. It's like, that's my friend, y'all.
Yeah, man. It was great because Twilla have seen this mug has been shaped in so many different ways. And I felt like last night was probably the first time it kind of flowed effortlessly. And because it is like a script in your head, but you wanted to feel as organic as possible. because I'm coming from a writing background of it. I can write this out, but it's also you got to translate your thoughts to people. So she seen it in Dayton, she seen it here at the loft. So it was great to kind of like it worked, man. We drove up there together and we was working on it in the car, and hey, everything worked out. So
Yeah,
it was a great time.
Good. Very proud of you. I always say this. Like, I can't imagine getting up there on stage and performing jokes.
Yeah.
But I in my head, have a fire 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Fire.
I would love to take you to open mic and try it out.
Mm.
So if we go far out, people you'll never see. Like you'll never see these people again.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see you try it out.
Yeah, like so the thing is, like I said, it's in my head. I actually need to write it down.
Yeah, I do too.
I've never written these down, but I think I just talk about, like, I just find things in my actual life that I can relate to as funny, and then just kind of go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like relationships and being single, and
you said Roy's chips.
Relationships and being single, or like watching married friends go through life.
Yeah.
Like married friends be cautionary tales, man. Like,
yeah.
Like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
But then they want you to join them. No.
There's also I do enjoy how we watch people secretly fall out of relationships on Instagram.
Dion's favorite thing. Yeah.
I don't wish breakups on anybody, but I'd be like,
it's that
there's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. You start seeing name changes, you start seeing deleted pictures. You're like, wait a second. I'm starting to see like a lot of heavy love on the children. Like, I love my children, no matter what we look like. We are happy.
Yeah. Or my family might not look the same as, family doesn't have to be the traditional. There's an influencer that I follow, and her stuff has been more cryptic like that lately, kind of like, like it feels like she's going through some type of midlife crisis. But at the same time, like yesterday, I found myself flipping, like, is she still with her husband? And then so I saw a picture, it was from Christmas, but like the family. And she was like, this is our family. And, I found my people, and it might not look like I always thought it looked like. And I'm like,
the beginning.
Are you saying, girl?
The beginning of
right.
End.
Or when like women get the complete glow up.
Yeah, I'm back on the market.
The complete glow up is like, go off, sis.
Yeah.
I am here for it. And I am the friend who encourages it. I'm like, girl, yes. Yeah. Because you are the prize. Make him eat that.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoy the deletion of that. I've seen a lot of pictures.
You be calling it too.
I've been seeing a lot of pictures, man. Like, yo, where your wife at? On your threads. Where's your wife at in your feed? And you started to see like a lot of messages like, God got me. Oh, you changed your name on Instagram.
I saw like a thing that was like pretty much like couples who don't post their life tend to statistically be more happy, or don't post each other all the time. Are those couples that are happier. And I'm wondering if it's because they're living life offline, you know what I mean? And that brings to, like, I feel like every time people do reality shows, they're putting their marriages in danger, because a lot of people come back from them things like, sorry, we're divorced.
I'll tell you something.
What?
Again, I never wish divorce, breakup from anybody. But I was so excited when I seen Clinton Brunson divorce her white husband.
I was like, because he's white.
So welcome back, baby. Make wise decisions from now on. He could be an incredible guy.
Great dude, right.
I just need for you to keep this money into the Black household.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know how wealthy the guy is. He could be a producer. He could be a leecher. But
He does like sales marketing or something. I don't know how much he makes, but
yeah.
yeah. I mean, and I'm sure like things change. Things change when you know make priorities change. Like I always, I say this in love. Like I love Devon Franklin. I love Megan Good. Right, love them as best I can because I don't know them. And cheered for them when they were together, and don't know what their divorce looked like. And I'm happy they each have found like their person now. But I really feel like I have a right to know what happened
between the two of them.
Between the two of them. And they don't owe it to me.
Yeah.
But they put out a whole book.
Yeah.
About where they got.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I want to know like what it was, what was off, like
yeah.
Or sometimes I wonder if it was like a priority from, and I said I got to this because when I was thinking about Quinta, like there's a priority of like family and timeline. So if somebody's like, well, I think we should be having kids now. And you're like, but my life is popping right now. Right. I'm not trying to have kids. And I was just curious if, if any of that discussion took shape and maybe, played a part into what they were actually trying to do.
I'm gonna post this video.
Don't do it.
So why? Messy. Why not? I'm posting this.
So messy. But yeah, I feel like I deserve the. Y'all don't have to co-write it together, but that would be fire too. But I just need to know like there was the wait. When does the end? I need the end.
We waited to hear how this closes out.
And like I said, both of them they got their own people. Megan is married. Devon is engaged. Love it. Yeah, Moyo, she married Jonathan Majors just last week. You're welcome.
No, this was she's talking about Quinta Brunson.
Oh, Quinta Brunson, sorry. Yeah, she was, I forget when she got married. 2019, way back when. How'd you know who she was talking about?
Well, I seen it pop up when I said.
I was like, you good. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that was the first time I had syphilis.
Stop it.
Second time.
No.
Honestly, I need to find somebody who has syphilis. Syphilis is under the radar. No one has said syphilis in a very long time. I've heard chlamydia, gonorrhea. Those are the 1-2 punches. Those are the jabs. Syphilis is it curable? Okay, Google. Is syphilis curable?
On the website NEEWER.org, they say syphilis is simply curable when it's found and treated in its early stages. The preferred treatment at all stages is penicillin. This antibiotic medicine contains the bacteria that causes syphilis.
I didn't know. I never knew this. Hey, yo, shut up, yo. We got it.
So you remember back in the, well, you don't remember, but there was a time when they did those trials on Black men with syphilis. And they were saying pretty much those trials were unethical because they were pretty much withholding syphilis treatment. And if you don't get syphilis treated, it hurts organs, it can be fatal, that type of thing. So like these men were spent suffering and became what's it called when you can't have kids? Like they were in yeah. And so where like they were doing so basically they were using them as true test specimen to see the impact and effects of syphilis on these Black bodies.
Yeah. So I would like to know the syphilis numbers in the United States. I just never heard anybody's like, shit gave me syphilis, man. I've heard the clap. I think the clap is gonorrhea.
I didn't pay any attention in classes.
I think that's the hood way of saying the clap. I want to know the difference between gonorrhea and gonorrhea and chlamydia.
You
As
may
in,
have a real interest in these STIs.
well, because like, don't you want to know the difference between the cold and the flu? Right? To me, they're the same. The cold, a cold, the flu, pneumonia, right? Like, anytime I get sick, I'm just taking off. I don't care.
You don't know
if I get a stuffy nose, Theraflu. Like, hey man, you got a cold, Theraflu. I'm just gonna take it anyway. I'm just gonna feel like it's gonna do something inside me. Like I'm saying, like I don't need to know specifically what I know.
A flu is a virus.
The flu is a virus.
Yeah, I don't know.
And a cold is what?
I don't know what a cold is.
Right. Because anytime I get, I'm just gonna take everything.
But there's no like
NyQuil
cold shot. You know what I mean? Like
there's no Theracode.
Or I'm saying, like, you can't go get a vaccine for a cold. You get a vaccine for a flu.
So what's the difference between the cold and the flu?
That's all I got for you.
See? And why is it called a cold? I think honestly, don't tell nobody this. I think
we're live.
I think a cold is a hood way of saying the flu.
It's not.
Just like the clap is a hood.
It's cold and flu. Cold and flu season.
Right. But I think it's just like, hey man, we
if it's not the cold, then doctors will be like, if it's not the flu, if you don't have the viral infection,
what's the difference between a cold and a flu?
Listen, I'm gonna save everybody right now by Googling.
And pneumonia. What's the difference then, Moyo?
Got you. Okay.
What is it?
Oh no, that's my Spanish thing. 1 second. Have to take this. Pneumonia. It is. Okay. Cold, flu, and pneumonia can all cause respiratory symptoms. Pneumonia is a lung infection, often bacterial or viral, that can be a complication of the flu or cold and is generally more severe. A common cold is caused by a rhinovirus, but can also be caused by other viruses. And the symptoms are often mild. Influenza is caused by influenza virus, and the symptoms are more severe than a cold, and because they include fever, body aches, fatigue, dry hacking, and a cough. So cold, they're all less severe versions caused by different viruses.
What if I get all of them? Can you get a cold and a flu and pneumonia? You get all three of them?
Well, I know you can get flu and pneumonia. I'm sure you can get, because they're all different viruses. I'm sure you can get all that.
That's crazy.
You probably feel like crap.
And syphilis. Hey, can your penis get a cold?
If it's a respiratory infection.
But what if the saliva the gets inside or vagina? Can your vagina get a cold?
Then it's no longer a respiratory infection, right?
It's just an infection. It's an infection of your vagina. Okay, Google. Can your vagina get the flu?
On the website pmc.ncbi.nlm.nih.gov, they say, when the group gradually infected with influenza virus were 2 times turned to the power of 4 PM, low or undetectable levels of virus were present in vaginal washes collected during the early phases of infection.
Yes or no?
No, no, said. I know I see Zupper on here.
Young Zup.
You're wild. You're very wild.
What?
No, I'm just saying, like, all the way
How my mind thinks?
Yes. Can I ask you before we wrap out today? Have you seen any good docs lately?
Any good docs? Are you hinting to me to watch a certain doc that's
No.
coming out soon?
Oh wow, I wasn't, but I will promote. But I saw a doc that I liked.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
why you wanted to
Yeah,
shoot it.
because I know you watch some cool docs sometimes.
Yeah, the only doc I saw recently, it wasn't a doc. Hold on. I think we saw it together. The girl who faked her her brain tumor.
Oh yeah, what was that girl's name? That was wild.
It was on Netflix.
Yeah.
The story was so big they even made it to a TV show.
Yeah. I forget
So
her name.
it's called
She was-
Apple Cider Vinegar. The
TV show.
The TV show is called Apple Cider Vinegar.
Yeah.
But I forgot the girl's name. But she faked a brain tumor, and she had the whole world in her palms.
Yeah, man, that was wild. I watched. I don't know if you're aware. So back in the day, there was this documentary called Eyes on the Prize, and any public school during Black History Month would roll that out, and it's the documentary. It was like,
Eyes on the Prize.
yeah,
I'm familiar with this.
yeah, everybody, like, it was just a staple, and it was made. I think it came out in 1987 or something like that, and watched it for years. So they have a newer series on it. So it's like from 1977 through 2017 or something like that, talking about the movement. So I just watched, I think it's 3 or 4 episodes. I watched the first episode. And that mug is good.
Okay.
It's really good. Like, they're highlighting like individual heroes that you wouldn't have known in different movements. Like, I didn't know there was a whole thing in the Bronx, South Bronx, where apartments were just being set on fire. Like, arson was just happening. They were destroying these neighborhoods.
And this is good to you?
It was very educational. It was good.
Why do you enjoy this trauma?
It's not trauma because it's not. So it takes what these scenarios were and it highlights these heroes. So people were like, we're tired of this happening in our neighborhood. We like our neighborhood. And what they did, like, these people built up a whole community and a co-op and built up a whole block, and it still exists to this day. The people still live there. Like, they did something called sweat equity, a sweat equity down payment, where basically people could just come in at the time, go to the banks and be like, we're taking over this building and we're going to build it up. And that build up was like your down payment for your thing. And they built up a whole neighborhood that's still functioning and thriving. Black and brown people came together to do it. So it takes it takes the trauma, but it highlights the people who say, and we're not standing for it. And it's just very inspiring. Loved it.
Right.
Loved it. It's a very good series.
Right.
But since you reminded me, y'all know I work for a doc company. So coming out this Friday, March 28th, is the documentary on Apple TV called Fight for Glory.
Boom, bop, boom, boom, boom,
And
bop,
it's
bam.
about the World Series, this recent World Series that was between the the Dodgers and the Yankees. My team worked on that. I'm very excited. We're going to a premiere for tomorrow.
We're going tomorrow.
It's in the calendar.
Yeah, we're going tomorrow.
Went to the premiere tomorrow. The Academy Museum.
Speaking of things that happened today, I went to a funeral today.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
And me and Kyle were sitting next to each other.
Oh, Lord.
And we just could not stop thinking of a lot of whys. We went to this very beautiful, beautiful church. Thing that bothers me. This church was 100 feet up, right? Old. It had to be like 150 years old, right? Like, why? Why was it so high, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this does not, like, the technology 150 years ago would have been horrible to create this.
Yeah.
They didn't have these cranes to create this.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this is horrible real estate right here. Like, there's nothing happening right here.
There's that thing for like acoustics and sound and.
So what?
Churches itself was like an experience, and it was a holy thing.
So they wanted the noise to kind of go
like,
up.
Like,
Man.
if you go to Notre Dame, how do you
Yeah.
say it? Notre Dame, that cathedral is gorgeous. They just recently reopened after the fires. Gorgeous. High steeples, bell tower, domed. Like, it was just a certain like sacredness and stateliness that it was supposed to have.
Windows everywhere.
Mhm.
Those little church windows.
Yeah.
And I was like, who was cleaning that? Who was cleaning that in 1807?
You're not gonna go to Sistine Chapel and be pissed
I'm
off.
looking like, this. Imagine it was like, we're done. What the hell we are? We doing 19 more floors. You mean like actual like?
Imagine a choir singing in mass there, just like how it would feel the space and the organ going.
Here's the thing: it was only like 7 rows for the choir.
Mm-hmm. And that's gonna, but I bet it sounded like 50 rows of a choir up in there.
Yeah. And also, we could not stop thinking about, we hope that this pastor doesn't bomb, right? Because he was doing a lot of silly stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, he's killing in between the eulogy, the singing. I was like, you better come with it, right? And then, we were horrible sitting next to each other. Then he was like, one more person begged me to get on stage to have some remarks, and I'd like to, and then he was like, nigga, no. He thought it was me. He said, if you like, I got like on my 15 real quick. I gotta try out this 15.
Oh man.
There's a lot of people here. I gotta try this 15 minutes out.
Ain't no way.
So
out on this.
This is a fire crowd right here. They don't want to be mourning. So recently found out my wife is not my wife. Nah. Like, who's this guy? Who's this guy?
You all been great. Thank you very much.
a little feedback noise.
So stupid.
And then it's nothing like at the very end, we had a whole bunch of bits of just like sound bites.
Talking the whole time.
No, we won't talk like that. So we were walking up to see the body, and then the girl, somebody just volunteered like, did anybody ask you? No. Where I'm going? Where I'm going to? I'm going. You know that's right.
Yeah.
So
you know what it is after I just sang along.
I was like, so you know what it is?
Yeah.
So obviously that song is ongoing.
Mm-hmm.
It don't stop until everyone has left, right?
Uh-huh.
So I was like, she immediately regrets this because she was going for like 10 minutes.
Going up and
yonder. I'm going up and yonder. And then I'm looking like, ooh, it's a lot of people behind me, boy. I was like, it's a lot. You're gonna have to keep singing. So she was like, I want to see how she can close this out. She was like, going up yonder. And then the piano goes, she said no.
Hilarious.
It's like, no.
Hilarious.
They're like, keep going. Like, nah, you volunteered to do this. You get back up there.
I'm free. Praise the Lord, I'm free.
You know what was a great song during this funeral?
What?
Michael Jackson's Smile. You heard it before?
Mm-hmm.
I never heard the song before. And they played it with like a video montage. And it ripped me up.
Yeah.
It ripped me in shreds.
Yeah, man.
Life is so precious, man. Love on people, y'all.
Man.
If y'all don't get anything from this live, Love on people.
That is
man.
1000%.
Because these are the people that's going, who lives, who dies, who tells your story.
Mhm.
These are the people that's going to live on to tell how great of a person you are or not. So love on people, forgive people, make an impact into someone's life.
And like, don't take for granted those who are around you. Like,
Yes.
I saw a chart that maybe you posted, I don't know, but it was just like the amount of time that we think we have with somebody, we think in years. Like,
Right.
you know, like we've been friends for years, but the amount of time that you actually spend with that individual
Yeah.
doesn't add up to years. It might
Right.
add up to a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Or however, because we're not always in a person's presence.
Mhm.
So it's just like really value that time. Don't take these people for granted. Just like sometimes we get so busy in life,
Right.
and our attention goes on like the things that's not important. So like let's focus on those things.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Love agape.
Love agape or agape love? Are you saying to love the friendship love?
I was trying to say the girl who sings "Close to Your Dreams."
Guapa. You're so dumb. I hate you.
I was saying love her, man.
I
She's
know.
just
Okay. I got you.
Yeah, man. I'm about to go to a comedy show
Dope.
downtown.
I'm about to go home and eat. I'm hungry.
Chaz and I will be here tomorrow on Macaroni and Chaz.
I won't be.
Yeah, so see you guys tomorrow at 2:00. This is Baldie Locs. Thank y'all for joining us in our little segment.
See y'all.
Two truths and a lie.
Yeah, we'll do that again.
Yes, you like that?
Mhm.
All right, girl. Bye-bye.
Bye. We still live?
Hey, how are you? When's the best time to reach out to you? I want to touch base for work and a few other things.
What's going on, good people? Thanks for watching. I did not see the Luther documentary, by the way. I want to watch it. I heard it was amazing, and it's on my list to docs to watch. I'm trying to look at all the comments. The people were telling us about what these diseases were. Death on the horizon. Yep. Okay, all right. Oh, stop it! I look good. Y'all are sweet. Thanks, Juan.
What about me, nigga?
Can I have a compliment?
Yeah,
Can I live?
I'm a certified lover boy, certified. What?
Jeez. Like, can I live, Dion? Can I get some love? Always about you.
I'm a sex symbol too.
See what we missed. Dion's leg shaking joke was effing hilarious because I can relate. Hilarious. You're not even paying attention.
Oh.
You see the Cisco stomp. Wait, what I missed? Oh, let Big J be a great man. He's one of the most prolific actors of all time after Denzel. Big J, are we talking about Jonathan Majors? Because for sure he is talented. That's what I'm going to tell you. My brother called me after he watched Magazine Dreams, and he was like, "You and Dion need to watch this ASAP."
Hey.
He's like, "This is good. This is a good movie."
Hey.
Does Baldie Locs have an official schedule? Nope. Dion doesn't want to do podcasting with me anymore.
That's true. I'm not. Says the person who said, "Do you want to do this right now?"
What?
Says the person who said, "Hey, let's do this." He said, "Oh."
I said that?
You said, I want to go home and eat. I said,
No, when did I say that?
You just said it to the people.
You said you were going to a comedy show, and I was telling you what I was going to do as well. But that had nothing to do with the episode that we just shot. So it sounds like you're trying to deflect.
Totally, you don't have a set schedule.
I can create a schedule. You don't want to, but I can create. I've been offered Saturdays. Then you had mentioned something about Tuesday nights, and I said, cool.
Tuesday nights. Tuesday night. Look at this, man. Hey, man, Greg said last night, I got to say you inspired me, and I wrote a bunch of stuff today. Your act outs were killing me. And it was interesting how you were saying you used to not always know how to set them up because you were team them all.
Okay. I agree. That was and the crowd was good. The crowd was like, you usually do well with like setting up your jokes, but the crowd's not always there. Thanks, Boogaloo. Appreciate you. What happened to the movie podcast with Vanessa? Also him.
Hey, what is this,
also
man?
Him.
What is
Vanessa and I talked
this?
about this yesterday, last night actually. Did we not?
Cup your armpit, yo. That's not my fault. Here's the thing.
There's a common denominator. You had to pull up the mic when it's not recording.
Listen, well, I'm talking to you.
Recording.
Yeah, so listen, y'all. Listen. I'm providing the lights, the camera, the setup. Hell, I'm the talent. The least I can get is somebody to chop it up, create the Instagrams.
Dion be like, hey, come do a podcast. And all I ask is that you put it on our channel. I'll do everything else. And then when it's time to do everything else, and you've been doing everything else, you'd be like, hey man, I can't keep doing all of this.
Yeah, that sounds very accurate.
And so to the point, I just said, Dion, stop offering. Yeah. Stop. You hate doing that.
Cole knows very well. Knows me very well.
Let's see. Anyway, I think they're trying to revive it. If either one of them will just say, you know what? We were both being stubborn in this moment. They'll come back and revive it.
Yeah.
Because it was good. The movie podcast and
DMV.
Yeah. People are agreeing that podcast was dope. He's boxing right. I didn't realize it was already so behind. Yep, it's out, Moyo. Yeah, Magazine Dreams. That's the boxing one. Dion the Deflector. Yep. Deflect to another person to edit Dion. Yeah. You just responding to your fans right now?
Yes.
I would say this is a bad thing.
I don't know what this is. Hey man, I love what you're doing. I'm looking for more Christian friends. How are you? I don't know if this is a real person or not. I don't know.
He reached out to you? No.
He's not even following me.
Looking for more Christian friends? He reached out to you?
Yeah. So I read that, but I thought this is how bad I read.
Oh no.
So the guy last night, his name is Christian. I thought he had something for more Christian friends, as in his name is Christian. So I thought he seen me. Gumbo's last name is Christian. So I'm looking for more Christian friends. So I thought that, oh, he went to the show. He's like, I'm new in town. That's how I read it. Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's why you got me, homie. That's why you got me.
That's crazy.
And his response was, my guy.
Why you read my response, yo? My guy.
Hey, what's up? Hey. Oh, what was the other thing I was gonna say that reminded me? Oh, a real news article. I don't know if you've seen it. That the White House had added, or the Trump administration had added the wrong person to use Signal messaging app, basically a text app, but it's a secure app. To detail like them pretty much bombing Yemen. So high, like things that's supposed to be top secret, accidentally looped in this journalist, and the journalist didn't think it was real, but until 2 hours later when the actual mission happened, and so now people are just like, but y'all were talking about her emails in the server and locking them up, and you just gonna put the wrong person on a whole text message chain. And I'm like, wow, y'all really coordinating like war stuff on text message? That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's been all on my feed today. But
I have heard. That's what we are living in two different worlds.
Yeah.
And this is how when I hear your stuff that you be listening to or be a part of, I was like, I get it now. Like last night, somebody said they never heard of Cheryl Underwood.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said I never heard of Aaron Pierre.
Mm-hmm.
This guy said I never heard of the movie. I never heard of Medea, right? So I was like, oh, you're just in a whole different algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, so you live a whole different ignorant life. And there's a lot of people that don't know all the toxic, crazy things that Donald Trump has done,
Mm-hmm.
or who he is.
Right.
All they see is how corrupted. I'm using quotation.
Yeah, no, I get
it. Kamala was.
Mm-hmm.
Kamala.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you can be fed information.
Yeah, 1000%.
Like when I stopped clicking on any Donald Trump stuff, I said it just stresses me out.
Yeah.
Because I was like, okay, this dude is so powerful. No matter what he does, he's going to get away with it. And it's like, I can't do anything about it. The fact that he got Elon Musk on his back pocket, the most richest man in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And now the richest man in the world has the government, the United States government, at his services.
Yeah.
We cannot cancel him. There's no way we can cancel Elon Musk, because now all the big juggernauts, Facebook, Apple, Meta, and all these companies are all working together and they got sponsors. They're all working together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you can be like, yeah, let's just stop. We can stop buying.
So this is the thing, what people don't know when it comes to like Tesla, right? So when you think about billionaires and people who own big companies, the truth of the matter is that Tesla is a corporation. It's a publicly traded corporation. That means that they have a board.
Mm-hmm.
Elon Musk, if Tesla drops, I think they lost 30% of their value since this whole thing started, a little over 30%. If Tesla drops to like 50% of the value, the board can call a meeting and have him ousted.
Mm-hmm.
That man will lose not only the value of Tesla in his portfolio if he's like ousted or replaced or whatever, but also when he bought X, when he bought Twitter, he didn't have the liquid money, so he put part of Tesla's value up as collateral. So if he loses Tesla assets, he can also lose X. And that is like, those are pieces of his actual value. Mm-hmm. So I think a lot of times when we think about like people and their wealth, we actually think of like liquid actual money, where a lot of times people's money is tied in a lot of things. Now this man is rich, and if he's done things smart, he's good.
Right.
But when people say like you target people's money, like that changes a lot of things. Like but Elon can probably bank on the fact that like, hey, but I can get a contract with the company for however many Tesla cars and chargers, and I'm good. Mm-hmm. You could be banking on that fact, but the people can rebel. The thing about them coming for like education is that people don't understand or don't know like this has happened before in the past in different countries. The French revolt. They have done so. They have had 7 republics. I think it's about 7, maybe 8. Different revolutions each time. Maria Antoinette, the whole let them eat cake was like the rich bugging out, enjoying life while the people were struggling. And the people revolted and was like off of her head. So if you keep people from knowing like there's power and or if you keep people divided, like keeping poor whites keep talking about DEI when the issue is actually class, like or if you keep people fighting at each other's necks and not unifying, then you can keep them separated and not coming together to revolt against the actual issues, which are oligarchies and the rich.
So y'all really think we can cancel Elon Musk?
It's possible. If people unite truly, you missed the whole message. If people truly unite.
I hear you.
Yeah.
But people want money as well. You understand?
He's not giving money though.
I'm saying people want money as well. They're afraid of this.
Uh-huh.
Like it's like, hey man, listen. There's a pretty good chance that there's 12 of us can get him out of here because he's ruining our business. It's like you do realize when we take this step forward and it doesn't go through, there's a chance that he can replace us. It's like, yeah, you might be right.
Mm-hmm.
Because Donald Trump can find a way of saying, no, you guys are fired.
Right.
I'm saying it's like it's a fine print of something of like, all right, listen, he's wilding, he's ruining the company. All right. So we will have to come together. He's like, oh, y'all didn't read in my other thing that my lawyer has said, if you try to come up to me and try to fire me for this reason, I can actually fire and replace you guys.
That's the thing. People are just intimidating with fear. Like all these executive orders that Trump has passed, not one actual law has been passed through Congress. That's part of that. I mean, that uplifts that. Like right now, they're executive orders and they can all be sued and they can all be overturned.
Yeah.
So it's just like he absolutely can't. Like the distraction is so much. They're not just distracting us to distract us. They're distracting us so they can make their big moves. If you're keeping people separated, if you're keeping people from being like unified, the lower 97% of people who don't have like the money that these people have, if you keep us at each other's necks and we don't unify, then those people can do what they got to do. They can do their big moves. But if the 97% of people actually, I know not everybody's going to come together, but if you get people coming together, moving together, something can happen, and that's the big picture.
He's not making all his money from just Tesla. What else? What is the other?
SpaceX and Starlink.
And that's government, right?
He has government contracts. He just signed a big one. And Starlink is satellites. That's a big money too.
Big money,
yeah.
Who's canceling that?
I mean,
How can you cancel that?
Or you can always
PPO.
You can always. There's a video the guy did. He was like, "How come somebody just hasn't?" Just. I mean, we shouldn't, but what had somebody?
Yeah.
That video, I was like, why?
And just how poor white people thought Donald Trump was the move for the United States. Trump looking at Elon like, hey, you made $1 billion. How can you make me and the government make a lot of money? How can you get us out of this deficit?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, follow everything I say, and I promise you, I can get this place back up and running. So let's do a little email blast and see who's doing what, and we can find.
What have you done? You know how upset I would be if my job send me a review of what you did last week to prove that we need your job.
Specifics, yo.
I would be so hot. I'd be like, we were all at the same meetings.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually broke my heart. So North Carolina, South Carolina, there's wildfires happening, right? And there's fires happening Eastern North Carolina. You don't know this. Nobody knows this. Like, unless you live there, right? In that area. Wildfires have been happening. It's wildfire season. But in some of the areas where the wildfire happened, They just got over floods.
Mhm.
Like the floods is still dealing with that devastation. What breaks my heart about it is that there are so many poor white families there who don't have means. And these are the people who like they're cutting FEMA, so a lot of people aren't able to get this aid that they need and have actually been forgotten about. And so it's these people who like primarily voted for Trump. These people primarily voted for Trump, and at the end of the day, um, are being forgotten by the same people. So it's like I understand when people are like, we feel like we're forgotten. Our factories are all gone. Um, like our income, y'all taking the mining away. Um, and all I see is, y'all saying, well, the jobs are going to Mexico, or the Mexicans are taking our jobs, or whatever it is you're falling for, like this misinformation. And then the government that you vote for doesn't take care of you the same way. Matter of fact, they're getting rid of any extra care, food shelters, schooling, um, vouchers, like certain things that you need in order to like the food program, SNAP, all those type of things. They're getting rid of all this funding and being forgotten. And so the same thing, that the reason that they voted one way because they felt like they were forgotten, they're still being forgotten. So they were just used. Not saying I feel bad for like, I just hate that is continuing. And I see even more so the importance of Martin Luther King. He was assassinated when he took it from just being black people's rights, but to poor rights, workers' rights. He talked about class warfare and equal housing. And that's when the government was like, yo, this man's trying to unify the people. There's not just black people listening to him, there's white people listening to him.
Mm-hmm.
And so therefore he gotta go.
Yeah.
And that's why they're trying to destroy his legacy now.
Yeah. I just had an epiphany. Oatmeal cookies. But the raisins are just flour, oatmeal, and raisins, right?
Sugar, butter. You about to make some oatmeal cookies?
I was like, I have all the rest. I have everything for oatmeal cookies. I just never thought about it. I'm sorry for not. I was just looking. I seen oatmeal on the counter, and I was like,
that is big back behavior.
You was going in. I know.
My zone,
and I couldn't stop looking at it. I was like, I have everything over there.
Bruh.
I'm sorry.
I get started talking on this, and I can go forever.
Yeah, they tell me it's good stuff. Put the mic on. Are you still recording? I'm like, let her cook, yo.
Yeah.
That's why I need Twilla to stay consistent.
You know how we were talking about our, like, just earlier, just like how our timelines are different and the news that I get and I consume.
Yeah.
Like, it's even like in the morning after I listen to like my little devotional, I put on the daily podcast, which are like 20 minutes of just like something that's happening, either that or listening to NPR in the morning. And I kind of like purposely cultivated my timeline to like, it has fun stuff on there and fashion and entertainment, but also like knowing what's happening. So then I follow like PBS NewsHour or different like political activists and things like that to just keep me in the know. So as I'm going down, it's really an emotional roller coaster. It's like, ooh, this bag is fabulous. Oh, that's how so-and-so got that new deal. And then it's like, oh, this is infuriating. Politics is so stupid. I hate everybody. But it's just like purposely like curating like what you want in your life and not just following people to follow people. Because I feel like you get a lot of noise that way. Like in general.
Yeah. But I want to know for you, because you follow, because for me, when Donald Trump got in office the first time, I was all in.
You were entertained.
I was very entertained, and I was very in the know of what how the government works and the branches. And,
You knew names I didn't know.
right. I was really into it. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, he's Teflon Don.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what we say and or do, he is still going to get in the office.
Mhm.
He's still going to get through. So then I was like, I was wasting so much time and energy. And I see like AOC, and I see like Tesla Federal. I see like these powerful black people, and what Bernie and Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah.
All the people that be trying to get them out of there. They be said, that was like, y'all are weak. And y'all are smart human beings, but y'all are spineless. Y'all just be rubbing shoulders with them.
Yeah.
Why am I putting so much energy of like, we got to stop him? But
Yeah.
y'all over there is like, yeah, I'm going to say my piece. I'm going to say he's a bad person, but I'm going to have lunch with him. I'm going to have some tea with him. Yeah, you see what Donald Trump did? This was anyway. Hey man, congratulations on your new blah blah blah. Like, oh, y'all friends. Y'all
put
are
AOC in that, but
it's like y'all put me in this position of being upset with him because you feeding me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, y'all at the inauguration. Like I'm seeing y'all at meetings with him. And I was like, man, I'm not putting so much energy.
Yeah.
If y'all who are uberly smarter than I am, crazy.
I hear you.
So it's like you are friends with him. You have fed me information that makes me hate this man, and you still hanging out with him.
Yeah. So I feel like 1000%. Like, why are y'all still rubbing elbows and shoulders? But this is where we are. Politics has always been a game, number one. But secondly, it's only been I want to say in the last 20 years that politics has been like, you start seeing real politics playing dirty around like Clinton with the Monica Lewinsky thing. But then when you got to like George W. Bush, something kind of like changed. Like people weren't like morally opposed. Like we tie our party affiliation to our actual morality almost. Like if you vote this way, you are an evil person, right?
Mm.
And it's part of the game that politicians play to be like, where like no person is morally evil just based on like a belief system. Like I don't think that there should be school vouchers, and I think there should be school vouchers. Like that doesn't make you an evil person. And so like between media and politicians like that are yelling at each other and like making us feel like opposed and like you're a horrible person, that's not the reality. Like it used to be like this, we all agreed that there should be some form of free education. It's just how do we get to it are the things that we differ on. And so that's what the actual game is. And now people are just like playing this game for power and attention, and it's gross. So yeah, what you're seeing is like the outcome of like people who just played politics for so long. And it's actually like, no, right now you're playing politics, but you're actually playing with my life. And so that's kind of when you have to actually get in your politicians' faces. That's why people are mad at these town halls. They're like, what are y'all doing? Like they are fussing at their representatives because
when
it's like,
been to town hall?
I haven't been to a town hall.
Exactly.
What do you mean exactly? Because I'm still politically active.
Here's the
I write letters.
What
are you saying?
I feel like you are burning a lot of energy.
No,
I'm something that's not going to change.
Well, that's your opinion. If your personal opinion is that it's not going to change, then you don't have to do anything.
Right.
But I personally think that I can still be civically involved. I think there's certain people I can send money to, which I do. I think there's letters and emails that I can send to my governors or my representatives, which I do. I call these people. I do. I don't mind having discussions and educating people, which I do. That's a lot more than just burning my bridges and bumping my gums. That's actually being passionate about something. These recent town halls, like I should be more involved in city and county politics, but these like recent town halls, Karen Bass used to do on the phone. I would get phone calls from Karen Bass's office. Your representative is doing a town hall, and listen in on the town halls. So those are the ways that I've been active, and I will continue to be active. And I think it's also important to educate the people, because what I'm saying to these politicians, like there's a group of people that need to absolutely be yelling at these politicians, letting them know, like, I know that you're bought, but at the same time, let me talk to the people and be like, hey, they are purposefully trying to divide us. There is no reason we should be at each other's necks like this, because they're the only people winning. Let's stop. Let's stop. Let's talk about it. Let's educate. Let's read something. Those are the important things. And that's what I'm fighting against.
Yeah. So you are fighting from an old time. Now listen to me. I really want you to just really like break down the timeline of how this is going to work. You can write, you can send the money, you can go to the town halls. They're going to listen to you. They're going to say, yes, I'm going to fix this to keep a job. Mm-hmm. That person is going to go to the person and say, hey, they're saying this, but what do you want to do? I'm just trying to appease to you so I can keep this job. I'm going to say yes to them so they can vote for me.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to do none of that stuff.
Absolutely. But
expensive.
You're missing a part that I actually said. That's part of politics. I said it's not just the politician. It's the people. It's me and you having this discussion and saying they purposely want us to do this. So you have to change your mind.
Right.
You have to realize that you don't have to fight in the system. Guess what? You can revolt. There's actual real change that you can make. You don't have to be in this republic that's United States. I think education is important.
Yes.
And that's the part that I keep saying. Like, I'm not just upholding an old political system that never worked for us in the first place. I'm telling you how you can be involved in that. And I'm also telling you how you can get out of that. Like me having this conversation, you could be like, that girl's smart as hell or whatever, or she's actually making me think. I'm saying, like, when I say like the French revolted, I'm not
That's
trying
like in the 1800s. Well, what I'm saying
is yes, it's the 1800s.
What I'm saying
but
is like
also,
it's different now.
But
like
it
you can be
also
cyber warfare. You can have
always work.
It can happen,
and it
but
always has
all
risk.
it takes is a computer hacker say, "Hey, Donald Trump won." It can happen like that. We can say, "Hey, nobody wants." Hey, listen,
There's
all
always
agree.
been risk, Dion. There's always been risk.
Well,
There's always been a what if. People always have to go out on the risk. Yes, they can retaliate against you, and that's always been the fact. People always say the same thing. Like when people started saying, "Let's boycott against Target," they're like, "Well, when you boycott against Target, you're actually hurting black businesses within Target." But what nobody wants, what people don't realize, is that when we boycotted the buses back in the day, we're actually hurting. It was inconvenient too. Like people lost money and things like that as well. It's inconvenient. Protest is inconvenient. Mm-hmm. Revolting, rebellion, all that is inconvenient. Somebody has to get hurt. But if you're tired of the shit that you're living in, then you have to be willing to make it change.
Right. But it's not sustainable. You can do it for a couple of hours, couple of days, maybe a few weeks. But then people like, I gotta go back to work.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you have to, like, what do you mean I have to go back? Like if you're protesting Target, you don't have to go back to Target.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying
is inconvenient, but you can find other community places. You
occupy Target right now, right? You like, I could be out here for a couple hours. I gotta feed my children.
That's
what I'm saying. It's like
I'm not going to Target. I'm just not going to Target and not spending my dollars.
I'm saying a lot of old things that worked
still work in practice.
When's the last time you went marching?
2021 actually.
Right. We went marching together, right?
2020. I went twice that year. So we did the Black Lives Matter and then I did the Women's March.
Right. And it is disruptive.
Yeah.
But it's organized disruption.
Yeah.
But where's BLM now?
I still follow them on IG.
What I'm saying is it's no more. They're corrupted now.
Mm-hmm.
The world looked at them
and they did the same thing to the civil rights movement. They are doing the same thing to Martin Luther King. They did the same thing. So I'm saying none of their tactics are new.
This is what I'm saying.
None of the tactics that you're talking about is new, is what I'm saying.
I get it, but I'm saying is like we can do this. It works temporarily. Mm-hmm. They're like, let's just let it blow over.
When you're trying to work within a system, you're still assuming that I'm saying let's work within this system. My personal motto is burn that ish down.
Yes. I think government is trash. What I'm saying is the people that can really help us are not helping. Democrats
Looking
are
to
trash.
people, yes, absolutely. And looking to people for help is not where we're going to get our help. Is within and within your communities.
Democracy is not working anymore.
We don't have a democracy. We have a republic, and we have corporate at best corporate democracy, but more so a corporate republic, where democracy has been, or our government has been infiltrated and given power to lobbyists and paying people. You're aware of ALEC and all those other groups behind the scenes that can make laws because they have money. And that's where the bigger part of corruption comes from. But we could never trust a government, Dion. We should never be this disappointed in a government, in a country whose strong foundation was rooted in evil, and that evil in itself was slavery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All we're seeing right now are the fruits of that. Yeah. So what people are trying to do is over here trying to like put bandages and solutions that will keep it from imploding on itself. But because it's actually rooted in evil, that's all the fruit that we're going to get.
Once you realize that everybody's just trying to keep a job and shut y'all up. Yeah, we got it. We got it. Town hall, thank you. Absolutely. We will help you with that. And it's like, all right. We listen to you. Mm-hmm. We got you. We're like, you get my letter? Got your letter. Thank you for the donations. Yes, we are on it. It's like, hey, I need for y'all to vote for me so I can do these things. Okay, I'm on it. Hey, you promised us this. It's on its way. Hey, the people want this. Oh, y'all tore it up. Okay, well, I tried, y'all. I'll be here for another 4 years.
And you know what? They're not even playing that game. They're not even playing the I tried. They're trying to justify. All they're doing is trying to, well, I think this was cool. I like Doge because, and I this, that, like I support this. And people are like, you're not listening to us. So yeah, like, is it corrupted? Is politics going to get away from us for a while? Are the politicians just going to do the thing that makes the money? Absolutely. But that, again, like, things can be up. It's called upheaval for a reason. Like you could create and enforce change in a different way.
Yeah. After I've been let down numerous times, I was like, okay, they're playing games with us. And I'm not a person of ignorance of like, I don't want to know no more. I'm just like, okay, y'all are just trying to rub the same shoulders and elbows. Y'all laughing. Mm-hmm. You outwardly say, hey, y'all, this is what Donald Trump is doing. This is what Elon is doing. This is what they doing. And then I was like, yeah, thank you. All right. I'm receiving this terrible information from this person. Next thing I was like, mm-hmm. Y'all ever having a good time with this person? Like, yeah, like y'all are pushing us into this toxic mindset, and y'all having fun with this person. Yeah. Like if you call me a threat to the democracy, and you said that I'm a fascist, and you say that I'm a Nazi, and all these words and stuff, and then all of a sudden it's like y'all having a luncheon together. Mm-hmm. It's like what just happened here? Mm-hmm. I was like, I was on your side the whole time. I'm gonna spread this information that you told me to this person. Mm-hmm. Oh, y'all just
yeah. I definitely get it, and get the frustration. Like but like,
imagine just being a pastor, right? This is how y'all do this. This is how y'all do this. You want to be a real good Christian? Do this. Mm-hmm. You can do this. You like, yeah, thank you, Pastor. Thank you, Pastor. And he's like, anyway, you see him over there like, so how y'all do that Catholic thing? How y'all do y'all little Buddhist thing? It's like, what are you doing? He's like, what? I got to learn how other religions, how they work too. And it's like, yeah, but you just told me. I mean, you're just trying to figure things out. You're just trying to work with them over here. And it's like. I got
the idea has been the idea really is power to the people.
Listen,
People can take the. I know you're gonna keep saying this is old time. This is old time, but whenever people seize power, enforce change, wreak havoc, and it's never ever necessarily peaceful. It's war.
When was the last time the people were so powerful the government had to shut down?
Let's see. Well, 250 years ago with the United States.
All right, I'm done.
How long do you think it takes for empires to fall? That's what you're not looking from an entire standpoint. But I won't say it's the last time, but I know for sure in the United States it was 250 years ago. Anyway, he just left.
I'm here.
A lot of comments. Starlink gonna be bigger than Tesla 1000%. Politics been dirty even before we were born, but like you said, media is a big factor now. I think if they want it done, they will allow it, meaning if decision makers don't want a change, then it won't be. And I think if you keep people ignorant from what's actually happening, they're not going to know enough to be concerned with all the changes. And that's why we're like,
Sure.
I also think we're inundated, like we're overwhelmed with all the executive orders and all the noise that's coming in. How many people have said, I don't want to hear, I don't want to talk about it, I'm sick of it. Let's not even talk about what can you do. Like, so you get flooded by all this information. And then our attention spans are just proven to be shorter and shorter and shorter with like all the technology and the advancement of technology. And then we just feel powerless on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
And so then if you combine that, that's the perfect storm. We saw what wreaking havoc when George Floyd in 2020, when people had time to care, we protested. We took to the streets. They reversed it, but first they had to get us back to work. They had to make us tired again. They had to distract us. I'm saying the power of people. I'm saying the power of unification. I understand what you're saying. I understand things reversed, but I'm saying you also like everything is purposeful. We work these crazy hours purposefully. We work jobs that we can barely get ahead purposefully. Kids are in school and just on a clock. Like we're so distracted and so tired at the end of the day, we can't care about this stuff purposefully. And so I said the perfect example of people coming together and actually causing havoc was when we had time to care and when we were able to be unified. That's all I'm saying. And yes, once we were able to get back to work, they were able to reverse everything.
So
once we're distracted again.
Do you think you're a person of power in politics?
Not in politics.
Just hear me out.
Yeah.
If this was a grade, what do you think you would fit? Kindergarten, 6th grade, 5th grade? How smart do you think you are for knowledge of politics? Stay with me.
7th grade.
7th grade.
Yeah.
Okay. There are people who are principals, deans, right? Who ain't doing nothing. You're saying, hey, 7th graders, if we all combine together, we can figure out a way to stop this. It's like, hey, deans, hey, principals, hey, superintendents, do something. They're like, yeah, we'll figure it out. It's like, we need more 6th graders, 5th graders, 6th graders, heck, 3rd graders. We need y'all to come together. We can figure it out. Like,
I keep saying you totally misunderstand. And again, you're totally misunderstanding my point. You think I'm wanting to function within a system? I don't. Period. When I say burn it down, that means burn the whole school down. And if the superintendents and the people want to stay in it, they get burnt too. Like, and telling the other people to get out. I'm not trying to function in this. This system was never built for us.
So you want a bunch of 3rd graders, 6th graders, 9th graders to burn for them, huh?
Yeah.
Now who's gonna build that up? A bunch of children?
It worked before. We can do it again.
Because what happened is a lot of these principals will be like, whoa, now we don't have a job. Who's gonna build this back up? I'm not.
I get that you're a cynic, but I'm also like, I'm also like aware of what the situation is. I don't doubt that people have the. Is it hard to get a lot of people on the same page? Absolutely. I'm not saying we have to save this system and this government. I'm saying that we can like, because the other option is get up and leave. Like you can go to a country where you want to leave. Every place has its issues. Are you willing to fight for the liberties that you thought you had? No. Okay. Yes. That's what are you gonna do? Um. Juan said, "Not Deanna's preaching."
I'm preaching.
Preaching. That's the thing. Charlotte be talking about on the Breakfast Club during the bus boycott movement. They had to come together. They had to come to the table with blacks and see what they could do to fix the problem because they were losing money. It was because we stuck together and put a dent in the money that was coming in. One stick is very easy to break, but a bundle holds strength and stronger together. And they're stronger together. Period.
That's a good word.
Period.
That's a great word. Well, the problem is the length of it. Like we can make some movement, but it's like for a week.
We can make a movement for a year, 2 years. People didn't think this Target boycott would last this long. Target has lost $5 million.
$5 million.
5 or this quarter.
B?
Yep, I don't remember what it is. It might be billion. I can't remember. They lost a lot of money, and Costco made up for it because people like left Target and going to Costco. They're dense and they're feeling dense and things like they're having a Target had to slash the bonuses for all their salaried employees this quarter. Like in the first quarter is when you want to be able to come back to your people and say, here's our reviews. We were doing great. And they can't do that. And it does have to be consistent. It can't just be this quarter. And the thing is, like they're finding out it's like not necessarily just consumer trends. It's more than just consumer trends.
Watch this though. They got the government backing up, man. I keep telling you, like,
what's the government gonna do? Make us go to Target?
No, what I'm saying is the government, they can bail them out. Like, hey man.
They can.
Yes, what I'm saying is bail them out because like the fact that
they can absolutely. And what? The government bails them out, and what? They're gonna need bailed out again because people still aren't going.
We're gonna pass a NICO law that's going to say, hey, if you are affected by any of this protesting, we can give you guys a grant of blah blah blah. It's like they find ways of like, hey, you my friend, you backing this up. I'm sorry about.
It's $5 billion. It's $5 billion.
That's the problem.
Yeah. They were looking towards Easter to be their rebound, but black churches have said, hey, we're not shopping during the duration of Lent to take up this fast. So there's ways that protest works. And like, there hasn't been a time where we've been called to do something long term.
Listen.
So you're speculating on like the ability to go long term.
Like, I wish I can vomit out what I'm trying to say as a funnel. Like the fact that we're protesting Target because the government has removed the idea of DEI, meaning they're partnering with each other.
Yeah.
As in like, hey, we don't have to do that no more, guys. All right? So you don't have to hire.
This is the trend. People aren't interested in it. Right. Across the board. Yeah.
Hey, sorry that you lost money for that. We're going to help you bail you out with this. Sign this blah, blah, blah.
But I'm saying, how often are they going to bail them out?
Why not?
But
I'm sorry.
Like companies go under all the time.
Yeah.
What, you're going to bail out all of them?
It's the government's fault. Like,
it's not the government's fault. Target did not have to say, oh yeah, good idea, we're going to roll back too. That was a choice Target made. Government did not enforce them to do that. And that's why people are mad. People are like, Target, you came to us saying we're going to do this program, diversity programs or whatever, You came to and we celebrated you and supported you because of that. We love Target. We were at Target before that. You didn't have to do it, but they chose to do it because it was a good marketing move. And then the minute it's not cool anymore, and people are saying you're not going to play with us like that. So Target made a choice, and it wasn't buddy with the government. It was just somebody was like, "Yeah, it's a good time to get out, whether they were losing money or not." And you got to do the same thing. Amazon, Walmart, Sam's. Just support your local small stores. There's forms of little resistance that you could do, Dion, without having to feel like everything is failing.
Huh?
I said there's little forms of resistance that you can do every day that doesn't necessarily have to be a big move of protest.
Yeah, I don't mind protesting. What I'm saying is it's a strength endurance.
Yeah.
Like duration thing.
Yeah, 1,000%.
So and the issue is like they like let's just wait them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said the same thing for the bus boycotts. They said the same thing.
Oh, you guys are crying. Oh, we killed one of your friends. Okay, what is his name? George Floyd. Okay, yeah, let's.
They did the same. I'm just saying none of this is new. The Bible has a scripture. There's nothing new under the sun. That is 1,000%. 1,000% about this right now. You said what? Study the Montgomery bus boycotts. If you want to talk about when has financial protest been effective, that's a perfect case study. I'm not saying it's the only one. I'm saying there was apartheid in the 90s. People protested corporations that were doing business in South Africa. That was very effective as well.
You're not factoring in you're not factoring the misinformation that can be fed to people quicker.
Yeah, there's challenges, no doubt. There are challenges, lots of challenges. You are an entire pessimist on this.
You know how
I could be very realistic. I'm being very realistic. I'm saying we have examples of when it worked. And yes, there's new challenges that make it harder, but that doesn't mean it can't work. And if you know how to use the internet as a tool, which the conservative Republicans did very well, if you learn how to use it as a tool, it can be just as powerful. So the whataboutisms and what is good for planning, but like if you're actually sick of this life as is, like you have a little, like you have to take the little bit of power that you do have in your own life and apply it.
You don't think fat meat's greasy, huh?
Somebody don't. I know cow horns will hook. I don't know what that means. Yo, I'm tired. Dion got me out here.
No, you did this. You did this. Once I'm like, I'm not doing this again. I gotta go to the comedy show.
Thanks, Juan, for rolling with us. See you, Moyo. I see you, Reggie.
Juan was in here cooking, huh?
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all. Yes, I have no choice to give people their wants. We just got to plan to stick with it as a whole. Yep. And you know what? I don't miss it. My budget actually appreciates me not going to Target. So this is good for me personally, I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And as a whole, I'm just finding myself supporting more small businesses anyway, because that's where you build community and taking care of the people who have like common interests as you. Just support local. Yeah, we're out. We're out. Appreciate.
Oh, 2 hours.
Yeah, man.
So this is 2 episodes right here.
Yep. Bye.